I am interested in the Equalities and Human Rights Fund, which has awarded millions of pounds to organisations since 2021. And we're going through the budget process, so this is an opportunity for you to provide some leadership. And it funds controversial organisations such as LGBT Youth Scotland, which has so far been allocated, I think it's close to around £900,000 in taxpayers' money. And this year, Children in Lead withdrew funding following reports that a convicted paedophile had contributed to one of its coming out guides. So my question, Minister, is how is the Scottish Government monitoring the funding it allocates to equalities organisations to ensure that it is a responsible funder, and what is the threshold and what is your threshold for withdrawing funding? Thank you.
Thank you for that question. I do note that sort of similar questions have been raised in the Chamber. So with regards to sort of those kind of funding decisions, we continue to fund LGBTQI organisations that provide a service to a community that actually is facing increased threats in this particular climate at the moment. So that is one. The way that the quality assurance and the monitoring process, that is done by, now I always get confused, forgive me, it's either Inspire or Aspire. I think it's Inspire is the organisation. So they make sure that the money that, that is allocated by the Scottish Government, they make those decisions to scrutinise the governance and to make sure that the money that we give is being used for the purposes that it was intended. So there are quite clear sort of like guidance there, and I'm quite happy. I think I have answered questions in the Chamber on this on occasion, but should Tess White wish further information on that, I can certainly provide you with that.
Minister, because it's so important. So it's always important to do stock checks, and particularly when you're giving figures of just under £1 million, to actually, for you to provide monitoring and leadership to say it's not just this organisation that's monitoring. It's like, am I personally satisfied that the taxpayer is getting value for money, and is that particular organisation, and I've given one example of almost, just under £1 million, is that organisation doing what you as Minister want it to do?
I've noted your comments, thank you, and I can follow up with the guidance that the independent sort of fund distributors, as I said, either Inspire or Aspire, I can never remember which one, but as I said, there are quite clear monitoring and sort of governance structures there that they use. We have all that written down, and I can provide you with that evidence.
Thank you, Convener.